going on? Diana. Lysander. Stefan. Ah!
Only you can make this right.
Who's there? Wait, it couldn't be.
It lies in the depths of Breda. You must take it before I take it back. Your army will follow you. Hurry, Tran.
This first half of the map is in the rough terrain. The second half of the map is much easier to, well, in navigation, but it's more swarming with enemies, more compact. So to that effect, I've redesigned my armies to be light cavalry. You take a look here. Also, we have some of them equipped with Kesh's toolkit, some of them equipped with armor.
I must stay strong.
Dinner time.
Okay, the way I've set it up is the tougher Sentinel is in front, and he can take half or more of the damage, whereas the weaker Sentinel is at the back. Now, when I say weaker, they're still fairly beefy. Sorry, I hit the mouse there. So for example, Noel is level 88. That's still pretty beefy. Of course, nobody compares to Zatini, who's way out there in the front. This dude's level 86, whereas this guy is level 99. Oh, I must have reversed him. Probably because of the dragon. I bet his threat value is lower because of the dragon. Weaker Sentinels generally have a stronger dragon, so this is my weakest Sentinel right here, 86. And then he has my strongest Dragon Rider. So that's how I balance them out. Since I have enough Sentinels and Dragons to go with them, they can pretty much sort of alternate, helping each other out. As long as I'm in rough terrain, they'll be able to ambush me. I still see a bunch of players of Symphony of War still not know how to ambush. So if people still don't know how to do that reliably, when I finish this playlist, I will maybe add some tips and tricks or something, and including how to do ambushes, if people still don't know how. In normal AI behavior, they will pursue the lowest threat target. So the lowest threat Sentinel Dragon combo is in the back. Also, I'm not 100% sure Silver Dragons are the way to go anymore. I've looked at my stats, and it didn't say anywhere in the update notes, but my Dragon armor has been nerfed. Silver Dragon Riders used to have 70 armor at level 99. Now he's got 50. Which is the same as a Red Dragon Rider, who used to have 30 armor. Maybe that was a bug, I don't know, but I didn't see that in the patch notes. So I might change my Silver Dragons to something else then, I don't know. Well, I'll have to think about it and analyze their stats again. because if that's how it's going to be, I might change it to blue dragons. I leveled up these dragons as red dragons, so they had a higher strength and magic growth, and then I changed them to silver dragons so that they would cap out their hit points. Perhaps now that they no longer get their armor bonus being a silver dragon, I just go for the mid-stage dragon, the blue one, which will give them a skill boost. So they'll maintain their high strength and magic from being a red dragon, and who knows? We'll see. Alright, so none of these groups have died, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So we will start making them surrender. There's 4 guys here, so we'll probably need to look at that. For anybody who might just be tuning in, this is their first episode of watching me. I will try a voluntary surrender, even if there is no chance, just to lessen the damage I do.
The battle lies before me.
Ready for the barbecue. Do you know who I am?
Yeah, I don't know what a Donari temple is doing here either. Now, I'm imagining that Symphony of War players who maybe this is their first style of game, as if they hadn't played Ogre Battle or things like that before, probably do not set up teams that are smaller than their max leadership size. These Sentinels, they can totally field a bigger army. But one thing that Ogre Battles players typically did is create very small flying units. Just like this. Oops. It's not particularly helpful. Let's see. You are there and shattered. You can sail off into the sunset. We'll have him surrender first. Stay there for a minute. Alright, so the reason why these guys are light cavalry and have been reformed is you'll notice that I have... I mean, if you're playing the game, maybe playing along or something like that, you'll see most cavalry units can probably move about 5 squares or so in rough terrain. My light cavalry, however, is not impeded at all, so I can actually just sort of traipse around this swampy area like nobody's business.
You make this too easy.
The time to act is now.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Ready.
Dinner time. Ready for the barbecue. Do you know who I am?
For my people, for my homeland.
So now that we're entering the fortress, my army leaders, although their composition is the same, which makes it easier for me to manage. The 2 Dragoons are not equipped with Kesh's toolkit because I only have 4 of them. I remember seeing one a long time ago saying like, I've got plenty of them. I mean, I didn't think I'd eventually end up building 6 full armies, but here we are. So I have 4 Kesh's toolkit, and I put them on the 3 Paladins and the 1 Knight. The 2 Dragoons, technically being ranged, and I figured this will make it easy for me to tell what's what. So there's two Kesh's toolkit going on each side, so this is the one that needs more of it. It's fine. It's really a matter of how I end up deploying my setup in the beginning. Now, there's a very distinct possibility, actually I would say it's very high likelihood I could get them to surrender without targeting the leader. Let me think here. Yeah, let's try it. So with Kesh's toolkit, I can actually melee up the wall here. I shouldn't have ended there. I ended there so I could flank him, but now I want that position.
You make this too easy.
Nope, I did not get the Barnabas effect. Well, not the Barnabas, the Jade figurine effect, really. I call it the Barnabas effect because he'd been using it for so long. I know I have blessings. We're still holding off on using it. I don't actually need it now. Nothing super bad is going to happen if I don't use it right now. I know it might be hard to imagine considering I showed off a couple level 99 characters in chapter 12, but my parties are still getting stronger and stronger, so my need to use the Nephilim powers have been decreasing. When we go back to the main storyline missions, I will show kind of a synopsis of the five side quest missions, what levels they all are, and all this stuff. And that'll kind of help explain why I'm continuing to creep ahead of the power curve, or whatever you call it. because the enemies have largely been staying static throughout these side quests, whereas my parties have continually faced improvements and growth.
I must stay strong.
Dinner time. Ready for the barbecue. Do you know who I am?
battle lies before me.
You know, that seemed odd, not to attack the nearest one. There's a reason for why I did that, and that was to surround this guy. Even if it doesn't completely lower his morale further, it does diminish it somewhat, making it easier to make him surrender by damage. At least that's my thought.
You make this too easy. Dinner time.
I know I have a meteor power, but I'm already having trouble keeping these rogues alive just when they're attacking my sentinels. Like that. Not much I could do about it. But meteoring them definitely would not have helped. I didn't equip the ribbon this time around because I'm okay with them being stunned in this case. The dragon does more than enough damage on his own to help lower the morale to where it needs to be.
The time to act is now.
I know I've had this for a while, but I was saving in case I needed it.
Ready.
Ready for the barbecue. you know who I am? You make this too easy.
For my people, for my homeland.
Chapter complete. The Dark Knight's Blade, the weapon of Ishtar to inspire terror in the wicked.
Heed its call and learn its lessons. The blade hungers for sacrifice and feasts upon the weakness of your enemies. Do with this power what you feel you must, Tran.
Unlock the Terror Nephilim power, used to significantly harm enemy morale. I think significantly might be overstating it a bit. Not listed, we also get the Balmung artifact, which we'll cover in the next episode when I start talking about my army again. But for now, let us at least look at this new Nephilim power. Just to make sure that we totally understand Nephilim powers as a tactical strategy. Here we go. I'm not sure how much I actually sat down and talked about this stuff, but now that we have all the powers, we can take a look. Alright, so Gauss's power, that's the shield, or sorry, that's the... When you cast it on the field, it looks like a shield. But on the upper corner of the screen, it is an armor. Do you display? Yeah, it's right here. This is a suit of armor. It reduces the damage I take and makes enemies want to attack that person. I can get more points for that by taking damage. That's one of the reasons why I don't get it so much. I don't know. Landis's power, teleport. I can accumulate this by attacking after moving. Ishtar's power, terror. In a 3x3 grid, it says greatly demoralizes. It can lower the enemy from good to fair. That's 1 rank. That's not great. That just demoralizes. I think great would be like 3 tiers. Sirene's power, meteor, lands a meteor on a plus-shaped area of effect that damages all units. Cannot target enemies on fort or base tiles and cannot exceed 50% of max HP depleted. Is that new? Or is that like an old text? Sometimes the texts in this manual are not wholly accurate. For example, if I take a look at some of the unit upgrades, the skill required or the resources required are no longer representative of what's in the game. Donar's power, blessing, instantly refreshes one squad that has already spent their movement and or attack, allowing another full action cycle. Accumulate this power as a sum of all 4 other Nephilim powers. And in the last map where we did Clockwork City, I learned that you can do the Jade figurine again. That was a really good round. Where basically I moved Beatrix, she got Jade figurine activated, which allows her to move again. Then I cast Blessing on her for a 3rd turn, and then she got the Jade figurine active again. So she had 4 turns in one phase. That was really good. Alright. Now I'm not going to deploy right away, but I just want to show that we have completed all of the side missions. So next episode, we'll be continuing on with the story. Thank you very much for watching Tran win Symphony of War. I'll see you next time.